Good morning, everybody. This is the wonderful Church of Hot Sauce. And as always, this is Pepper Bay. Now, you might not recognize me because I am wearing a giant banana costume, but I wear this every Chargers game because of the Chargers wearing their all yellow jerseys for the first time. I won't have enough time between the show and then to change, so you have a giant banana giving reviews today. Blessed to be here. Blessed to be above dirt. Thank you for joining me on this wonderful Sunday, October 19th. Appreciate all the support, all the blessings. And we got a great show ahead of us today. Some great sauces given to me by the League of Fire World Champion, Mr. Stephen Fiery Red Curgan. So, very excited about that. Should make for an amazing show. Now, I don't have an ingredient list on any of these sauces. When me and Curgan were in New York, we exchanged some spicy gifts. He gave me some sauces. I gave him a couple challenges that he had been asking for. And obviously, if you haven't seen that video of us doing that first League of Fire challenge in Times Square, go check that out on the YouTube page. It is hilarious and awesome. Doing some Harvest 912 Maddie's Holy Cow Lick challenges in the middle of Times Square, like crazy spicy people that we are. But he gave me some sauces. I don't have ingredients lists, so this will be a true testament to how good my palate is, and we will be able to see if I can actually determine what is in these sauces. From ingredients to peppers, obviously. So we're going to get started. We're going to have a good day. I'm dressed like a banana. Yeah, but those of you that don't know, I actually am the sports editor for the Los Angeles Journal as well. Something I do on the side that I'm really passionate about. I'm also a season ticket holder for the Los Angeles Chargers and have been going there since the stadium opened. So definitely known throughout the Chargers community for dressing as a giant banana. And always wearing, most of the time at least, wearing the gold jersey. It depends on what the game is. I do have some other custom ones. This says Banana Bolt on the back, but that's what I go by. Anyway, let's get started on some hot sauce, because that's why you came here. That's why you always come here. I appreciate you. Alright. Let's get started. First off, I want to point out the logo that Steven has come up with that is just absolutely phenomenal. Very, very cool logo. He's got hats available on his website and on his Facebook page. The stickers are very cool, but hats are always cooler. So reach out to him and get one of those hats. Gotta represent. And yeah, I'm usually wearing my signature green glasses, but just got these in the mail and thought, what a perfect day to wear them with the all yellow. So we're going to get started with this sauce right here. We're going to call this test sauce number 1. Hopefully I can line them up in order so that way I don't forget. Test sauce number 1. So let's get to reviewing. Oh my gosh, it's got a topper on it. What do we do with toppers? We throw them away. No, thank you. Let's see what the nose knows. Oh, there is striking features that pineapple is automatically in this sauce. That's fresh pineapple too. That's not canned stuff. That is exuberant. Wow. I love the color. The color on this is absolutely phenomenal. It's got red in there, so I'm pretty sure it's going to have some Reaper or something in there. As far as the little bitses. I honestly like the consistency. Some might think this is a little watery. Maybe it's okay if you've got the topper on, so you can do a little quick dasher on there. Gosh, this smells good. Mmm. Mmm. That's yummy. Full-on exuberant pineapple flavor, full sweetness, acidity. Mmm. Mmm. Striking, yet flows right into a little bit of heat at the tail end of the sauce. Mmm. Very enjoyable. Could use a little bit of a balance. Maybe some sweet onion to exuberate that sweetness, but yet kind of tone it when it crosses a little bit. But this is a really good sauce. It's different. It's full-bodied, which I love. That pineapple comes out so well in this. You almost don't get any vinegar bite, which is really awesome. That's delicious. Test sauce number 1. Flavor-wise, we're going to go with a solid 7. And maybe a little lime juice. Solid 7. And heat-wise, you're getting it at about a 1. So this is a lower grade on the heat level. Nothing wrong with that. Now, normally, I wouldn't be as harsh as far as, like, listing ingredients that could be added, but Curgan specifically said that he wanted my opinion because these were test batches, so that is one of the reasons why I'm going to be doing that moving forward. If I feel like it's good, I'm not going to say anything as far as adding ingredients, but because the specific sauce maker has asked me that, I will do that. Sometimes I do that from time to time. If I'm just like on a whim, I'm like, oh, this would work really well on there. But since these are test batches, that's why I'm specifically going over that on every sauce. So we're gonna give this one. This is gonna be test sauce number 2. We're gonna give it a little Taylor Swift. We're gonna shake it up, shake it up. Oh my. We got a topper on there. What do? We throw it away. No, thank you. Okay, let me take another. Some heat to it. Oh, this has some heat to it. What is in this? I don't think it's habaneros. Maybe some aji. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. You definitely smell the capsaicin. Capsaicin. Wow. It's got some kind of fruit. Maybe kiwi. That's interesting. Let's look at the consistency on this one. Oh, this is nice. This is nice. I'm thinking kiwi. I'm thinking kiwi. Kiwi, aji, and there's some other that maybe it's a ghost pepper. I'm not sure. Okay. Woo! Woo! That heat kicks in. Oh. Wow. Do that one more time. Wow. It was 100% that's Aji lemon. Bright, beautiful citrusiness that comes throughout that. I'm almost certain it's kiwi. It hits next. It's got a tartness to it, but a sweetness at the same time that's not too overpowering. And those kind of cross each other and then finish off. That seems like it's, oh, that's the end of the sauce, and then it's like, BAM! It hits you with this just exuberant, that's apparently my word of the day, really impactful spice level that just kind of goes, it crescendos very fast and then decrescendos very slowly. Which is a great heat. Oh my God, on some Baja Chacos, this would be incredible. Wow. Oh my goodness. Maybe some maybe a little bit of oh, that's actually a really decent sauce. I'm not that. You might be able to add some dash of this, a dash of that to kind of round it out and put it in a different direction. But I think the direction it's going in is pretty solid. Test sauce number 2. If I can learn how to talk. We're going to go with a solid 8.5 out of 10. This is great. I would buy this right off the bat. Excuse me. Yeah, flavor level at 8.5. Heat level, this is going to creep up. Like, it's still building. And I'd solidly put that a 5. Solidly a 5, maybe even a 6 for a chili head. So, for a non-chili head, this is going to get you. This is going to hit you about an 8 or a 9. But man, that flavor on fish and seafood all day. All day. An oyster. Ooh! Delicious. Man, that has some hang time on the heat. Wow. 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 Holy moly. This definitely has kiwi in it. I'm willing to bet my banana on that. Alright. Test sauce number 3. With this bad boy right here. Look at all those speckles in there. Those pepper speckles. Respectively. Wow. Alright, we're going to shake this one up. Topper on it. What do we do with toppers? We take it. We throw it away. No, thank you. See what we got going on here. Okay. A little more Latin style. Pretty sure I smell some cumin. Some cumin, some tomato. Great roasted smell. That's lovely. That's a nice little ride right there. You get hit with the acidity from the tomatoes, the full-bodied richness. And then you get hit with like a cumin, garlic kind of a background that then goes right into the slope of the burn from the peppers. That's actually quite nice as well. Wow. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. This is definitely a Latin themed sauce. Test sauce number 3. Flavor wise is pretty solid. I go to solid 8. Solid 8 out of 10. Heat wise, you're probably looking at least another 5. So for a non-chili head, it's going to get you a little bit. It's going to get you about an 8, 7 or an 8. Trying to make sure that my palate is fully cleansed with all this oil that is enveloping my taste buds. Woo! There's some heaters. There's some heaters. Wow. Okay. Test sauce number 4. Gotta get all this oil off my tongue. There we go. We got another topper on here. What do we do with it? We throw it away. Oh. Another tomato sauce. Onion and garlic. I think I smell tomato. Okay, that's interesting. I like this one. I think. Oh, the most. Ooh. That's definitely some, It's a higher grade. It's something higher than a ghost, some kind of different pheno, but excuse me. Maybe a BBG, a KSLS. Wow, that's interesting. It's interesting because it comes in so savory, and then you get this like nice little sweetness that hits. But it's a pepper sweetness. It's not. It's like it's almost like a wave of like sweet capsaicin that rolls through. Wow. What is that dish? Paella. Like this and some paella. Delicious. Used on some red meat that's being smoked over an open flame, grilled. See this going very well on protein. It's very nice, and honestly, like the capsaicin would pop even a little bit more, which would continue to be enjoyable over an open flame or smoking. So I could see this working with red meat, white meat, fish. This is a very solid flavor base. You get a nice like tomato. It's not like super tomatoey, but like there's something roasted in there, whether it's like tomatoes or like bell peppers. I don't think it's bell peppers though, because it's not like overly sweet in that aspect. But you get like this Latin thing with like this smoky nuttiness that like you almost get from cumin, that then rolls into that flash of sweet that comes from the capsaicin oil, that then finishes with this nice robust savoriness. That's very delicious. That is test sauce number 4. That is quite interesting, very enjoyable. I'd probably give this one a close to an 8.7, maybe even a 9. Don't really have suggestions, but it's its own little monster, which is nice. So maybe some bell peppers to kind of blend it a little bit more, but that's honestly the only suggestion I think I have on this one. This is a really good sauce. Heat level is definitely not going to get you like the other two, so it's going to get you maybe at about a 4 or 3.5. Just a nice little shocker to the taste buds. But test batch number 4, or test sauce number 4, very delicious, very, very worthwhile. I didn't spill on my banana. And last but not least, we have fiery red labeled bottle. And I'm going to talk a little bit in this post so that hopefully YouTube grabs this so I can use this for the episode. But how incredible of a journey has it been for Stephen Curgan? He beat me out at the Denver belt match. Entered that belt match with have only been involved in League of Fire for maybe a couple months tops before that happened. He got first, I got second. It was a great match. If you haven't seen that match, go look it up on League of Fire YouTube channel. It was absolutely incredible match in Colorado. Then he goes out to South Africa. He competes for the world champion belt. He wins it, which is absolutely astonishing. Not only that, he recently went up against one of the best in the league. It has been for quite some time, Mr. Chris, the Scoville unit for Galley, to go against he was the current America's champ, and was able to best him by just a pepper or two in the speed round and uphold his world championship belt. It's absolutely incredible. Steven, honored to call you friend. Great to see what you're doing for the community and for the sport. We're blessed to have you. And how cool is that when somebody comes into the league, it's fresh and new and kind of takes it by storm. Very, very cool. Awesome to see. So we're going to call this test batch, test sauce number 5. Excuse me. I love that logo. Super badass. See if I can get this without this. I don't know if y'all have ever done this, but to try to take one of these things off and it got right underneath your fingernail. Oof. It happened to me once. Actually, I think on the show, and I didn't make too much of a big a deal about it, but my goodness, it hurts. So now I've got like this strange fear that it's going to happen every time, so I'm always hesitant when I try to open bottles with that metal outside instead of the plastic. One swoop. Buy a lotto ticket. We're going to shake this one up. A little Taylor Swift action. Shake it up. Shake it up. What? Okay, we got some Action Jackson going on with this one. Is that allspice? What is that? It's either allspice or star anise. Or is it cinnamon? Very interesting smell going on right now. Wow. It's gotta be allspice or star anise. I'd be willing to put money on it. There's something in there very woodsy, nutty, and sharp at the same time. Interesting. It's definitely allspice or star anise. Whoa! Okay. Oh, it didn't pop as much as I thought it was going to. That crescendoed and decrescendoed very fast. Oh, that's nice. This is very interesting. I'm already like thinking pot roast thoughts in my head. You get this vinegary bite with this allspice or star anise. Again, nutty, woodsy savoriness to it. It's sharp. It's not like dull like a nut would be. It's sharp like star anise or allspice is. When I say that, it hits in the middle of the palate and goes outwards. With like nuts and stuff like that, it hits like the full, kind of hits the outer side and then goes in. Very, very unique sauce right here. Wow. Wow. This might be, honestly, this might be a tenner. There's some acidity to it, or citrusiness to it as well, that hits you. I don't know if that's from an Aji lemon or if that's from an actual citrus. That's good. Sell this right now. This is good to go, Curgan. This one right here is a 10 out of 10. It is very interesting. It is very unique. Something that everybody should try to get their hands on because of its uniqueness. So, Curgan, this one has my full-fledged approval. This is delicious. I don't know if you remember which one this is. But again, it's that one that's got, it's either got star anise or allspice in it. I'm willing to bet on it. But it's very unique. It's almost, it reminds me of like Turkish or Moroccan, that kind of region of food. It's very unique. Rice, it would be phenomenal on some chicken as a marinade or a finishing wash. Would absolutely, on an open fire, would be absolutely phenomenal. You could brush this on some chicken and serve it with baba ganoush, and people's minds would be blown. Like, I would serve that. This is absolutely incredible. Stephen Fire Red Curgan, 10 out of 10. Heat level is going to get you about a 2.5 to a 3. Not crazy, but it's there. Excuse me. That's delicious. Wow. Wow. Crazy surprise on that one. Now again, nice flash of heat in that one, but not like overpowering of the dish, which is great. All right, everybody. It's that time of the show where we talk about the spicy sermon. So, because of certain happenings in the U.S., certain rallies, if you will, I think it's very important to understand the word hypocrisy. And it's important for everybody to know, even when it's not in politics. Something my mom told me that her dad told her growing up, and my dad has said the same thing, is this used to be like a widespread saying, do as I say, not as I do. It's the epitome of hypocrisy. It means you shouldn't do it, but I'm going to go ahead and do it. Don't question if I'm doing it. Just you shouldn't do it. Understand that hypocrisy happens from somebody that is not willing to self-reflect. And I've talked about this before on the show. Self-reflection is an adult characteristic that not a lot of people have that should have it. Self-reflection is understanding. It's also like when you're willing to go into a debate, you have to be willing to be proven wrong. If you're not going in there willing to be proven wrong, then there's really no need for a discussion, because you're stubborn and not willing to see that there is a light. It's okay to hold your values, but you have to at least have the willingness that there could be something that could change my mind. Whether or not your whole mind, but maybe a piece of the puzzle. And without self-reflection, you can't. That's somebody that is a hypocrite. Is somebody that can't self-reflect and see that they've done wrong, or that they are doing wrong, or their thought process is wrong, but they think that other people's is. It's very important. I'm gonna charge all of my viewers to self-reflect and build that skill set. Think about something, even something small, that just focus on something that you've done today, the last hour, last week, that you could have done better, and criticize yourself a little bit, but not necessarily criticize, but charge yourself to do better and understand what you did wrong. Because having that ability to fully understand and fully self-reflect, to get better, gives yourself the opportunity to be less hypocritical. And gives yourself the opportunity to grow, to have an open mind, to be able to progress in life as an adult. Now, I know that's hard to hear coming from a banana, but try to take charge and think about that and do a little self-criticism and a little self-reflecting and learn how to build off of that. Well, it's about that time in the episode. As always, this has been Pepper Bay. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday, rest of your week. Hold and love your loved ones. And as always, here on the Church of Hot Sauce, may the spice be with you and also with you. Have a great day, everybody.